What's up, world? It's your boy Wes.
And it's your boy Mosby.
Coming at you with that locker room talk and the shorts on the sports.
Where we keeping you locked in on the scores, but on the inside, there's a whole lot more.
Because what's said inside the locker room
stays inside the locker room.
Them hot takes.
Boom, 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 boom.
But it ain't them hot cakes.
That, my friends, is the sound of a new segment called The Sauna. The hub of the hot takes.
The hottest of hot takes.
My breath was hot all up in that mic, boy.
Man,
Hot
it all made
butter.
sense. It all made sense. It came together.
Hey, but man, screw you, dude. Hey, but yes, folks, we have a new segment. I told you we're gonna keep you guys on your toes.
Always gonna throw something.
We are always gonna keep you on your toes, throw some new stuff at you. But yes, this is the new segment we have for all things hot takes, and we are, since it is Super Bowl weekend. I do believe that it is only right that
have hot takes in Super Bowl.
we have to have some hot takes.
You have to.
And so, Mr. West,
Yes.
I would like your hot takes.
The first one on the road, Jimmy G will throw 4 tuds on 300 passing yards, 300 plus to be exact.
Sound like a betting line,
Or
brother.
400 plus. Oh, don't get me started on betting.
Hey.
Don't get me started. But yes.
Another segment coming soon.
But yes, I believe Jimmy G is going to go out there and, I think it's going to come. They're going to end up trying to really stop the run. Even though some reason I don't think they will. But if they do, I think Jimmy G is going to go out there and throw that thing. I mean, it's been proven that he's been able to do it.
We agree on that.
The Saints defense is not. When they did it against the Saints defense, he's out there throwing pure dimes. The Saints defense is honestly better than the Chiefs. I know what they did against the Vikings. And I know the Chiefs is rolling, but still, personnel-wise, they have a better defense. And Kyle Shanahan just figures it out. And it's not like Jimmy G turns. I mean, in the beginning, he turned over the ball a lot, but he did just come off ACL injury. It's gotta let him get his feet wet. You gotta get back to going through it.
Yeah, I agree.
And people get, did it against the Cardinals, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. But still, even against the Packers, who they said had a crazy defense, he still went out there and threw the ball really well. And on top of that, he's 50% on third down completions. A lot of people know that. He led in the NFL.
Right.
So, for all these people to just be so shook, like, oh, they can't win if Jimmy G throw the ball, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Like, he proved that plenty of times. He's proved it plenty of times. So, I think he's going to go out there, brother, and, I know they said he get into a dual match with Pat Mahomes, but I think Jimmy G's done been around the moments a lot. He was there in 2016 when they came back. He been around Tom. What better mentor? He's been in the moments. He know what it takes.
He has.
The time Tom got suspended, they just threw him in and he led them to 3-1.
Yes.
He know what to do. And now you have an OC like that.
That's who I'm giving him more credit for.
But still, you
can't
gotta
help
throw that ball.
Right.
You gotta throw it. So
that's
one of my hot takes.
I agree.
Do you want me to give you my other one, good brother?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Go ahead. By all means.
Win or lose, the Taco Man himself.
You
Taco
chill
Man
out on
himself.
my mans, dog.
The Waffle House reader card himself is going to retire. And I mean Mr. Andy Reid.
That is wild.
I
dog.
believe.
What?
It's some reason I know this Eric Bieniemy thing is crazy because he's black. I know it's crazy. I would love him to have a head coaching job, but it's something in the works. It's some way somehow they're not letting him get interviews. I think they're doing something to not let him get interviews for this exact moment. Because Andy Reid, how long you been in the game? How old is he?
I don't know.
He's up there. He's been in the game for a while.
He's up there.
Win or lose, definitely win. If he win, I think this is it. And Eric Bieniemy just go keep the ball rolling because we've seen it time and time. He calls the plays.
Yeah.
He calls the play, and we know it seems like he a good head coach. He know how to bring men together. So why would Andy Reid always been a good successor guy?
Yeah,
you see with Doug Peterson, like you see how he is. So why would I just leave the ship rolling if I lose my greatest OC besides, when I had Dub here. Like,
crazy, though.
But it makes sense, though, right? Like,
I mean,
it kind of adds up. Like,
yes.
Come on now. You see all these people. I don't know. Matt Rule. Let's be real. I'm not trying to diss on Matt Rule. Yeah, he turned around Baylor in 2 years because he got his class
college program.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he had Temple rolling in 2 years. 11-1. He had Temple getting to 10-2. But it's different to band together men in the league than men in college.
Correct.
It's way different. Correct. You gotta be able to really bring men together to get on one accord. It ain't about training them.
And listen,
it's about getting them to buy in to your program. It's tough with grown men that have been through the little, and then who else? And no offense to Joe Judge. I know he came through the New England way, but we know how that coaching tree's been. I really don't think they take what Bill is teaching them. They kind of just they don't understand that Bill adapts to what's around him. Right. But the problem is they think of it as Bill, this is my way or the highway. No, that's never how Bill has been. He adapts to he will find a way to get everybody on that field to play. That's what it is. Man, Patricia tried to get people to adapt to his culture. Right. And it ain't it's just one way, and you see how that panned out. The Lions just not getting it. And so I don't think
he has one more year. Don't fully judge that. No,
he is wasting Matt Stafford. We'll get into that too. But Eric Bieniemy I know Andy Reid can do it. He's taught him. Doug Peterson is a prime example.
Yeah.
That Eagles team shouldn't have been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They had the worst secondary.
I mean, he got something in the water.
Wide receivers were dropping the ball just all over. He just had his best one was a tight end who was hurt with a lacerated kidney. It's brother, you got Andy Reid just ain't gonna do it like that, bro.
No,
and Eric Bieniemy he's just been holding him like, man, listen, it's just no way, bro. It's too many people out here getting jobs that I've seen that Eric Bieniemy. Come on now, Eric Bieniemy on the Panthers. You know what with Cam and Joe Brady
and Christian McCaffrey.
Man, don't do that.
I get what you're saying. However, I will say that when it comes to Andy Reid and his legacy, the one thing he's never fully had was, I'm not gonna say they haven't been true quarterbacks because that's disrespectful. He's had a couple of great quarterbacks, but he's never had the one like with Bill Belichick, because we already said he's gonna go down in the Hall of Fame because of his resume, what he's done.
Regardless,
but if he had per se a Tom Brady or a Drew Brees, the story of Andy Reid would be much different right now.
Donovan McNabb wasn't
right.
Good enough.
So finally, he has the transcendent quarterback that he's been waiting for, and I'm like, a part of him has to feel like, all right, let me just see this thing out for 2 more years, just see if I can get a couple of these things, because I'm like, I finally got it now, and he's put in the work. He's put in the work, but I do see where you're going with that. It is going to be interesting, especially if they win.
I know it's eating at him. Like, why isn't this guy into getting a job?
Right.
Why do we just keep this ball rolling when I leave?
That's a very good point. And Andy Reid take care of his own. That much is for sure.
No, for real.
That's what he take care of his own.
That's real talk.
Those okay.
That's it, right? That's steaming good, brother.
That was the water hitting off the coals, y'all.
But let me hear your, because you got some good ones actually.
Well,
you got some good ones. I really want to.
These all right. This is gonna be interesting, brother, because this is Super Bowl weekend, and you know how I love my football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love Super Bowl because anything can happen. And so my first hot take, before I get into my major hot take, is that this PI rule, as crappy as it's been all season, it is going to somehow find its way to ruin this game. Whether it's someone had made a prediction about how this game is going to go into overtime, or is going to go into the final minutes of the game. Someone's going to have the ball at the 20-yard line. That they said the ball's going to be at the 20-yard line, and no matter who it is, it's going to come down to a 2-point conversion or a 1-score game.
Yeah.
And so my thing is, I'm like, if it does come down to that, these refs have been scolded all year for the way that they've been calling stuff. And someone is going to get brave enough to throw a flag and have the audacity to throw it in the most critical point in the game.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be maybe even a bigger highlight than the actual win itself. I don't know who's going to be for. Obviously, I can say that if it's going to end up on someone, it would be more likely the 49ers because we know what the Chiefs have. But I'm not going to go as far as to make it that specific of a prediction. But I will say that this PI rule is going to rear its ugly head. Ooh. And not only are we going to have probably one of the most high-scoring games of all time, this is probably going to be the most controversial win, no matter who it is, of all time.
Hot.
And that much I really do believe is going to happen.
Okay.
Because we saw what happened with the Saints last year. And we saw how trash that turned into.
Shouldn't even been in.
Whatever. But my second, I got really three, but my second hot take is that for the first time, a tight end will win Super Bowl MVP.
I honestly could see that. I don't even know. I wouldn't even doubt that.
Man, and it's not really that hot of a hot take, but typically quarterbacks, get this honor. We even talked about how Eli Manning, if he wasn't a freaking quarterback, he probably wouldn't have got those 2 MVPs that he got. But I do believe that this game is going to be high scoring because both of these teams know how to utilize their tight ends.
Man.
And it was the Texans game. Didn't Travis Kelce have like 4 or 5 touchdowns? He had like 4. Yeah, I was like, he had like 4 or 5.
Yes, 4.
4 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. Think about that for a minute. In a playoff game.
I'm with you. He had 10 catches for 130 in the Titans game.
I said, man, I was like, there's literally if there's ever a thing as an unstoppable player, I think it's going to come from the tight end position. Because they do everything now.
Who's better?
Between
Kelce or Kittle?
I'm not gonna. Why do people keep asking this?
I just want to see what you got. No debate. I just want to see.
I will say George Kittle, but the only reason why I say George Kittle is because
I concur.
He's a blocker as much as he is a pass catcher. But Travis Kelce,
he's a better route runner, honestly, than Travis Kelce.
But Travis Kelce has that top end speed. That's the reason why he's unstoppable.
Hold on. George Kittle ran a 4.4
He's fast, but he's not faster than Travis Kelce, bro. I don't think so, at least. And his route running, although it may be better,
George Kittle's elite route running.
This Travis Kelce is elite in the way that he not only
the blocking is what separates.
Right. I was like, Travis Kelce, he can catch. And the yards after the catch is what really makes him dominant. But he doesn't have to participate in blocking, which is probably why he doesn't get highlighted in that aspect. But yes, I do think that this is going to be a historic game because the one thing we've been talking about all year is about these high-power offenses that are now starting to form in the league. And to have a high-power offense, you're going to need a tight end that can help in that offense.
Right.
Whether it's in blocking or pass catching, and these are the two teams that did it the best. And I think that finally a tight end or someone other than, a quarterback,
running back,
right, the typicals is going to be rewarded because of that.
I can see
because of that.
No, there's no disagreement there. I like it.
But yes, those are my 2 hottest of the hot takes.
The hottest.
But we're not done yet, audience, because we are also going to get into our early bird Super Bowl winners of next year. And Wes, I actually do want you to start off on this because I am actually, you brought this up, and I was like, I wonder who you're thinking about.
Yes. Early Super Bowl winner. Are you ready?
Yeah, I want to hear this one.
Are you excited?
I want to hear this one. I say,
who is going to do it? Honestly, I'll give you 2.
Okay.
Seattle Seahawks.
They're in it or they're winning it?
They're winning it.
Oh,
there's one of my winners.
Okay.
Are you ready for this one? You're going to be shook.
This is gonna win it, or is it gonna be in it?
Win it. That could potentially win it.
So you're picking 2 winners.
2 winners.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Seattle Seahawks, and this is like my extremely what the hell you on hot take?
Go ahead.
Them Buccaneers.
Word.
Them Buccaneers. Hear me out. Bruce Arians. Okay, you have the coach. Their defense got hot going on the end of the year. They have 2 great corners. Ooh. And Brian and Sean Murphy Bunting.
Okay.
He is going to be a lockdown corner. On the other hand, Jamal Dean. Whew. Safety wise, you have Mike Edwards.
Okay.
Very good safety. We know about Devin White. Devin White honestly was right behind Devin Bush and right there in NFL Defensive Player Rookie of the Year takes.
Okay.
So he's right there. We know about on that outside in Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Audience, this is Wesley Lewis speaking on the 1s and 2s right now.
If they get Jameis Winston to really stop turning over the ball, that's it.
I don't even think he's going to be there next year.
If they even find somebody to help get him in, they went 7-9. You can't. It's crazy to go 7-9 on 30-30.
Yeah,
they've been going 7-9 consistently. Actually, honestly, a lot of the games they only lost this year only been by 3 or 4. They never got blown out. They hung up 58 on the Rams. Jameis Winston only threw two picks.
You thought about this, man. You definitely thought about this. But you were much higher on the Bucs than I was this year anyway.
I've never been high. I just always saw it.
You weren't bashing Jameis Winston like the rest of us were.
Oh, no, I'm not a fan. But the proof is in the pudding. You still have to look at all right, bro, you threw for 50.
Yep.
And he still threw for 68%.
Yeah.
Like, you can't. The 30 interceptions, it's like in the beginning. It's always in the beginning of the game,
right?
So it's almost like he's trying to get in the rhythm. Once he get in the rhythm, he give you 3 picks, 5 touches. Like, oh shit! And he the only reason they keep him in the games. If he didn't do that, they actually blowing a lot of people out. If he didn't throw those 2 picks against the Rams,
okay, it'd
have been almost like 48-22.
I'm a marinate on this one.
And you know Bruce Arians. Look what he did to the Cardinals.
I do get where you're going with this.
Bruce Arians can do it.
I do get where you're going. That is a very hot take.
Watch out for the Bucs, man.
I wasn't expecting you to rattle off 2 of them. No, I thought you were just going to do one. So that is a.
I just want to get Seahawks because they can do it. But my craziest one, who I think honestly shocked the world, definitely getting in the playoffs and make some noise.
You have them winning it.
They could do it. The Bruce Arians, I think, could do it.
Oh, man. Okay.
Bruce Arians, I think, could do it.
Well,
I'm not going to give you the obvious. Who are we talking about? The Ravens? No.
I don't have faith in them next year.
No, anyway. The Browns.
I don't have faith
Browns
in them either.
do Browns things. The Chiefs.
That is very bold, Mr. West.
They just got a good team.
That is very bold.
Don't sleep on them.
That is very bold.
They're going to be shook. I want y'all to...
I like that, though. I do like that.
I broke it down well enough. You can call me crazy, but hey.
You did, but I like that.
There you go.
It's just crazy enough that it truly might turn into something.
We've seen crazier things.
We have.
I didn't lie. Did anybody see the 49ers being in the playoffs?
No. But you always got to account for one of those teams elevating themselves the following year. But I do like that. It really is going to have to depend on who the Buccaneers have a quarterback. Because if they have Jameis Winston, they're not going. He can't do that. But I like it, though.
Shock the world.
I like it. I like what you did there. So, I am going to give... I don't have winners. Because I need to see...
Okay.
I really do need... But I am going to tell you matchups. And I don't care if
Super Bowl.
Well... I'm going to tell you matchups in the conference championships.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you that. I am going to sound very biased on this one, but you do have to hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'll start with the NFC. I have a lot of faith in Kyle Shanahan, just like you do.
Yeah.
And he's going to be back.
I can see that.
Because
Niners.
Because we know, and when it comes to football, the biggest thing is coaching at the end of the day. You need playmakers, but more importantly, you need coaching. And he's a very brilliant mind. They actually, I mean, they were hyping up, Sean McVay, and it was really Kyle Shanahan was the one that people needed to really keep an eye out for because we've seen how that panned out. But I have them back. But they will be going against the New Orleans Saints.
Oh God! Stop doing that to that.
I am not doing this. City of New Orleans. Hear me out.
I hope they.
I think it truly came down to the fact that they needed a scare in Drew Brees leaving, and they finally are getting it to the point where Sean Payton.
What if he does?
He's coming out. If he does, then hey, they still got backups that they can work out with. But here's the deal. I told you about how I felt about AJ Green, and I wanted to save it for this segment, and I'm not about to dive too far into this. But I think AJ Green was strategically playing his hand for this year because I think he had said that he feels he has 5 more years left, right? I don't think he's going to want to spend that 5 years with one team.
He wants to be like Larry Fitzgerald.
Maybe, but I do think he's going to play this much more strategically than he thinks. And the Saints have shown people they were willing to work out AB.
Oh, my God.
So they are telling you that they need another wide receiver to go along with Michael Thomas.
God.
And I think that A.J. Green and the New Orleans Saints will make a perfect marriage for a 1-year deal to help Drew Brees.
Okay with just being the second guy?
Listen, that's all he needs. He just came off injury. Granted, it was probably not as deep as he made it.
My God.
But this is a perfect marriage, and I do believe it will be the 49ers and the Saints having another rematch of what we had this year.
Oh, my
And the only difference is A.J. Green will be on that team on a 1-year deal. That is going to be the matchup for the NFC. For the AFC, this is going to be interesting because I feel like if Tom Brady decides that he wants to hang it up, I think it's going to have. If he does, I think it's going to have major implications because the AFC East is going to be wide open at that point. Teams like the AFC South, with the Titans, showed them that listen, we're going to try to be the new dogs. But I've been very high on the Texans. I just never really liked their defense. And this is the year that they get to finally make some changes to how that defense looks.
Like what?
I don't know what they're going to need, but listen, they got off Jadeveon Clowney. They kept J.J. Watt. They got rid of Romeo Crennel. They're making changes.
But Bill O'Brien does Bill O'Brien
he does.
things.
But I think Deshaun Watson is one of those quarterbacks that can overcome. And I like him.
I hope so.
I like him in the AFC, even against a Pat Mahomes, who I feel like he's going to get paid. And the problem is that Chiefs defense is going to suffer greatly because he's going to get paid a lot of money.
The bag.
So they're going to be back. They're going to see this moment again. Once Deshaun Watson has gotten a taste, I think he's going to be like, listen, bro, y'all not going to stop me again. And we've seen him in primetime moments.
Oh, yeah.
So,
clutch.
But, Steeler fans, listen to me on this one. Listen to me.
Such biased takes.
It is a biased take.
Such biased take. You see, I didn't throw the Pats here.
Because they weren't going to be there anyway.
Yeah.
But listen to me, Steelers fans. It's been a long time coming. And I feel like we needed this year much greater than we ever could have possibly imagined. We lost AB, we lost Le'Veon Bell, we lost Big Ben, and we still came out 8-8 and had one of the top defenses in the entire league. I do believe that, granted, even if we don't have Big Ben back, I think we're going to find someone in free agency. Teddy Bridgewater, if you need us, call us.
I was going to say Marcus Mariota.
Even Marcus Mariota. But despite what he does, I do think that this team is one legitimate, consistent quarterback away from making a serious playoff push. And I am being biased, but the thing is, you have to look at how this year panned out for them. They were one of the teams. Okay. They lost to the Seahawks by what? 2? I think it was 2 points or 3 points. They lost to the 49ers by I think it was a score or 3 points, something like that.
Jimmy G went out the night before. He was a little under
that was the game after Big Ben went out. They lost to the Ravens in overtime, and then Not to mention they lost to the Bills later in the season, but that's when we had Duck Hodges in. And you had the
Lost
cup to the Patriots in the season. That was a new team altogether. They were getting their groove back, and once they finally lost, what was in 3 straight, they started to get their mojo back. Mike Tomlin has been proven. He is going. Yeah.
No, I can see.
But I'm telling you, he's finally proven that he can coach. Whether people believed it or not, I always felt he can coach. But he's proved it.
Who would have thought that?
Right. Now, I thought that was very disrespectful. And this defense is elite. And they're all young.
Mm-hmm.
Steelers fans, we have a lot to be hopeful for.
Okay.
Just wait on it.
Okay.
The AFC is wide open. And if you ask me, if it really does come down if the Tom Brady's in there or not. If he's not there, then yes, I give us a much higher chance. If not, things may change. But yes, I do think this is a time to be hopeful, Steelers fans. Make sure you get your popcorn ready. Next year is going to be a doozy.
Ooh.
It's going to be a doozy.
Ooh.
Lastly, I don't know if we're going to have enough time to talk about it because we already talked their ear off. But quick before we go, who is your MVP winner
of next year?
Michael
Thomas.
Really?
Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He got excited, y'all.
I'm sorry.
He got excited.
I've been waiting for a wide receiver to get this award.
Michael Thomas.
Wow. I was actually going to say Russell Wilson finally. I was actually going to say it's finally going to be the year that Russell Wilson gets it.
This is my early.
It's early.
I don't think.
But man, Michael, I'm actually not mad at that at all, bro.
I think Michael Thomas gonna do it.
Wow.
I think he gonna do it.
I like it.
He gonna overtop this year, which was already crazy.
I like it.
But you see what happened when he just got the bag. So
that means Drew Brees got to stay, bro.
Oh, half of the reason he was going was because of Teddy B. Teddy B was only throwing it to him, and he was giving him 10 catches.
Drew Brees might have to stay though. You know, Drew Brees gonna want to.
Oh yeah, no, easily want to do something like that. But I think he gonna do it regardless.
Okay.
Teddy B was giving him 10 catches a game before Drew got there. I ain't gonna lie.
I do think this is something that we can
Michael Thomas.
We could talk about it in another segment.
Yeah, easy, but Michael Thomas.
But that is it, folks.
Yes.
We will certainly be coming back to you after the Super Bowl, so just make sure you guys keep an eye out or ear out for that. This will be one of the best Super Bowls I believe we will ever see. So
Easily.
So just make sure y'all tune in. We appreciate y'all coming into the locker room. But now you got to get out.
Holla.
Peace.